Hello friends, welcome to my channel K Education. Please like, share and subscribe this video. Also press the bell icon due to which you will get notification of my new video. Let's start the today's session. In last two sessions of Science II Maharashtra Board English Medium, we have covered we have covered sexual reproduction in unicellular and multicellular organisms. Also, we have covered sexual reproduction in plants, double fertilization in angiosperms, human male reproductive system, female male reproductive system, development and birth. All this. Today, today, sorry, up to human male reproductive system we were ended. Now we are going to see what is gamete formation, fertilization, development and birth, menstrual cycle. Up to that we are going to study in this today's session. Now gamete formation, you should know gamete. Male gamete is sperm, female gamete is ovum. Female gamete is ovum. Then how they form, how they produce. See here, the man can produce sperms till his death. Man can produce sperms till his death, but woman cannot. But woman has a limitation of age to produce the ovum. Woman has a limitation of age to produce a ovum. See here, they have given a limitation of approximately 45 years. That is menopause. It is known as menopause. After menopause, woman cannot product or woman cannot produce ovum. Due to not production of ovum, the fertilization does not occur in female reproductive system, and due to no fertilization in female reproductive system, the zygote does not form, the embryo does not form, and the baby does not born. So up to menopause it ends. Female reproductive system stops to work in menopause, but in male reproductive system, up to that he can produce sperms. Okay, this is the thing. Then we will go through then fertilization. What is fertilization? Formation of zygote by union of sperms and ovum is called fertilization. Fertilization in internal in humans. Semen is ejaculated in vagina during copulation. Sperms in the numbers of few million start their journey by rotate of vagina, uterus, oviduct. One of those few million sperms fertilize the only ovum present in the oviduct. See, the semen, you know, semen is a white fluid which contains sperms. That white fluid comes out from the male reproductive system, and that semen enters in vagina. Then in vagina during copulation, sperms in numbers of few millions. The sperms are very millions, in millions they are. That their journey route is from vagina. See, the route is from vagina, then to uterus, then oviduct, and then these 3 points. First it goes to vagina, then uterus, then oviduct. Then one of those few million sperms fertilize the only ovum present in the oviduct. From the age of puberty up to menopause, an ovum is released every month from ovary. That is 2 to 4 million oocytes. Approximately only 400 oocytes are released up to age of menopause. Remaining oocytes undergo degeneration. This only we then known as MC, menstrual cycle. We are going to study it further in further topics. Now what is here fertilization? Picture they have given. These are white, you can see these are sperms and these are the ovum. They fertilize, and from that fertilization a zygote is formed. And then embryo is formed, and by that baby is born. You can say. Then these are the two sex chromosomes of man, and these are the one sex chromosome of male, woman. See this sex chromosome 22 plus x. If this 22 plus x combines with female 22 plus x, then baby girl is born. Baby girl is born. If 22 plus y combines with this 22 plus x, then boy child is born. Then boy child is born. See, the baby girl or the boy will born. This all things are dependent on male. These all things are dependent on male. It does not depend on female. It does not depend on female. So these are dependent on male. Okay, then the development and birth. Development and birth. Here the photo or the journey has been given from this small organism, how in 9 months it increases its development and how it comes. Okay, see here. Zygote formed after fertilization in the oviduct undergoes repeated meiotic divisions and embryo is formed. So after zygote, the embryo is formed. Meanwhile, it is pushed towards uterus. Once it reaches the uterus, it is implanted and further development occurs after implantation. An organ called as placenta is formed for supply C of the birth food material. C. Placenta. Placenta is a pipe. Placenta is a pipe. Suppose placenta is a pipe which supplies the food material to the baby. Which supplies the food material to the baby. This is placenta and this is baby, suppose, and this is placenta. These are the food materials which this placenta supplies. To this baby. Okay. Then embryonic development is completed approximately with 9 months. 9 months are needed to complete this embryonic development, or 9 months or 36 weeks. 36 weeks is nothing but 9 months only. Okay, then the most important part is menstrual cycle. Then the next important part we are going to see is menstrual cycle. What is menstrual cycle? What is menstrual cycle? Let's see what is menstrual cycle. See, every month from the age of prophase, from prophase to menopause. Prophase age starts from, see, approximately 10 years to 17 years. Between 10 to 17 years prophase started, and menopause is from, we can say, approximately between 45 to 55 years. The menopause is there. So from prophase to menopause, the blooding occurs in the female reproductive system every month for 5 days. Now see, I'll read out. Female reproductive system undergoes some changes at puberty, and those changes repeat at interval of every 28 to 30 days, means 1 month, we can say. These repetitive changes are called as menstrual cycle. As we know, water cycle, then many cycles we know. Water cycle is there, evaporation cycle. Similarly menstrual cycle is there. Menstrual cycle is a natural process controlled by 4 hormones. See, these 4 hormones controls the menstrual cycle. I made the short form of these hormones as PLUF. If you wanted to keep it in your mind, these 4 hormones, then you should keep it in your mind in this form, PLUF. Name I will say P, progesterone. L, luteinizing hormone. U, this, sorry, wait, sorry, it is not pluff, it is plef. Plef, okay, plef. Plef. Plef, plef. See, P, progesterone. L, luteinizing hormone. E, estrogen. And F is follicle stimulating hormone. F is follicle stimulating hormone. By this you can keep it in your mind, the four hormones: plef, progesterone, luteinizing hormone, estrogen, and follicle stimulating hormone. These four hormones controls the menstrual cycle, MC. Then we will go through. See, they have given follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, estrogen, and progesterone. One of the several follicles in the ovary starts to develop along with sorry along with the oocyte present in it under the effect of follicle stimulating hormone. These developing follicle secretes estrogen. See, these follicle stimulating hormones are start to develop, and this uh, starts to, what we can say, it follicle secretes estrogen. This this follicle secretes the estrogen hormone, we can say. Then endometrium of the ureter starts to develop during first. Okay, see here, menstrual cycle is, we can say, this happens, or this cause, or the, we can say, control. This menstrual cycle is controlled by four hormones, we have seen. Then endometrium of the ureter starts to develop. Endometrium, this is the part of the female reproductive system. This starts to develop during first cycle or regenerate during subsequent cycle. First means at the first time, when the blooding starts, at the very first time it starts to develop, and it regenerate in subsequent cycles, means it regenerates after further cycles, it regenerates. Okay. Under the effect of estrogen, this endometrium develops due to effect of estrogen. Meanwhile, developing follicle completes its development. The follicle which was developing in ovary, that's their development stops, and it completes its development. It bursts under the effect of luteinizing hormone, and oocyte is released. So that follicle which was developing in female reproductive system, that stops, and this burst, and due to whom it bursts? This bursts due to luteinizing hormone, LH, luteinizing hormone, and oocyte is released. As it bursts due to, I'll write here L, means due to luteinizing hormone, and as it bursts, it gives out oocyte. It gives out double O, I will write oocyte. It gives out oocyte. This is called ovulation. Correct. When due to the effect of luteinizing hormone, when follicle bursts and oocyte is released, this phenomena or this process is called as ovulation process or ovulation. Remaining tissue of the burst follicle forms the corpus luteum. Okay, now it is bursts. Okay, then oocyte is formed, but some tissues remain here. Those tissues are here. Some tissues remain. Those tissues are converted into corpus luteum. Corpus luteum. Corpus luteum starts to secrete progesterone. Now this corpus luteum starts to secrete the progesterone. Endometrial glands secrete their secretion under the effect of progesterone. Such endometrium is ready for implementation of the embryo. Okay. Then, if oocyte is not fertilized within 24 hours, corpus luteum becomes inactive and transforms into corpus albicans. Now, if in 24 hours the oocyte is not formed, then corpus luteum converts into corpus albicans. Now, due to this secretion of estrogen and progesterone stops here completely. Endometrium starts to degenerate in absence of these two hormones. Means the endometrium which was regenerating, that starts to degenerate due to absence of estrogen and progesterone. Tissues of degenerating endometrium and unfertilized ovum are discarded out through vagina. This is accompanied with continuous bleeding. Bleeding continues approximately for 5 days. This is called as menstruation. Okay. Unless the oocyte is fertilized and embryo is implanted, this process is repeated every month. Means when that woman will be pregnant, up to that this process will be ready. This process will be going on. As the woman pregnant, this process stops for 9 months, and further that for 3 to 4 months. Again, this process starts. Okay, up to the age of menopause. Menstrual cycle is natural process and women experience severe pains during this period. Severe weakness is felt due to heavy bleeding. There is a higher possibility of infections during this overall period. Due to all such reasons, there is need of rest along with special personal hygiene. Hygiene must be correct. Okay. Here our this session ends. Thank you for watching this video.